You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 157.
157, man. I'm simply him.
Oh,
Himothy. Hemi Neutron.
Him Jones. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast, and our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you need to follow us individually, I'm the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Look, Ralph said he was ready. I didn't think he was ready yet. He's zoned out
for a quick second. I forgot my cue. I forgot where to jump
Oh, that's
back in.
funny. That's funny. Hey, we on TikTok too, so follow us on TikTok. Oversaturated the podcast, I think is what it is. We just created.
Sure search it.
Yeah. Oversaturated the podcast. So we on TikTok. So follow us on TikTok, man.
Yeah, man. Johnny, another week down. Another week has passed.
My guy.
How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. Feeling really good. I
up.
was kind of outside this weekend a little bit. I took Friday off work just because sometimes it's not a feeling of being overwhelmed, but you just need a break. You just need a break, right? Mm-hmm. So took Friday off, kicked it. Went to the outlet mall, just a bunch of random stuff. Ended up at a Michael Jackson tribute. Friday night. So got my moonwalk, my Smooth Criminal on.
His birthday.
The day it drops today is the 29th.
Okay.
So happy birthday, rest in peace to Michael Jackson. And then hit a couple festivals on Saturday. Okay. Festival of Nations was this weekend in Tower Grove Park. So hit that up yesterday and, just shopped around with the different vendors. The food lines are way too long because we got there kind of late. So just shopped with some of the vendors and, just checking out what they had out there. So it was cool. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's it. Just keeping rejuvenating, re-energizing basically. Just need that, you need that time for yourself, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what I've been on this weekend. Just recharging. I haven't done much.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next weekend because it's a holiday. Kind of get a chance to be outside and be festive in that way. But I was just like, whatever's happening this weekend, I really didn't give a damn.
Right, I feel you.
I'm in the house.
I feel you,
and
man.
That's exactly where I was. So no, but just everything is everything. I've been good. Like this week has actually been better than it was the past previous week. So
that's what's up.
Just chilling, work is work. Anything in the personal life is anything. So
right.
No, I'm great actually.
No, that's what's up. I'm happy to hear that, man. The fact that August is almost over. I feel like August just started. Bro. Like it's about to be Labor Day.
Real shit.
Like it's gonna be Labor Day, Halloween, Christmas, New Year. Like that's what it's about to be.
Yeah, and now I think we're at the point, especially I think me and you, I think we're on the same wavelength when we come to this. I think that the older we get, time just flies by more. So you can really plan something a year and a half in advance. Like facts. It's like because the year or the year and a half or the 2 years will be here so quickly. So it's just like, man, enjoy. It pretty much enjoy life. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
for real. As much as you really have to think about the future and think like the type of things you want to do, travel plans you want to make, family and friends, all that kind of stuff. It's harder to kind of stay in the present. So, even with all of those plans that you have for the future, like try to be in the present as well.
Yeah. That's why it's a gift.
Right. Hey, talk about it. Look.
I hate those bars, man. That shit so much.
It's true, but it's funny. It's funny. Did you know that the Cardinals, and this is completely random, but St. Louis Cardinals, they're playing in London next year?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, June 24th and 25th.
They're not finna move the team, are they?
Oh, no.
No,
Yeah, that's
well, for one, The Rams left. You know, it was a little
uproar. It was an uproar.
Now the Cardinals left.
Oh, it'll be a full blown riot.
It'll be riot.
Like, I mean, for days. Like, no. This ain't no overnight thing. Like, we talking weeks.
But no, it's just like, how can you? Well, no, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? But when they try to globalize the games in that way, they do have to make the teams from here go over there. Usually, they take the trash teams. In most sports, you know what I'm saying? In most sports, them teams be like kind of.
Well, so the MLB, from what I was reading, because I thought this was dope that they did this, that they're doing this. But from what I read, the MLB is trying to globalize the sport. So in 2019, before the pandemic, the Red Sox and the Yankees played over there for a series. So this is an initiative that they're doing through 2026, where they're going to go to London, Asia, Europe, a bunch of different countries, and have teams play to try to get the sport more globalized, which I think is kind of dope.
Honestly, it's already there because some of the best baseball players are non-Americans. So
nah, it's true. That's true. But
just
they usually
like basketball. Like they talk about
Republic.
globalizing the game, but it's always a money aspect to it because they want the American leagues to be considered the top leagues, not just from a branding standpoint, but from talent as well. So you want the best of the best to come play
right over here.
Yeah.
So I thought it was dope. I might have a travel agent put together a little package. I'm trying to go.
This guy.
I'm trying to go, man, because that's fire. That's fire as hell. So yeah, man, I'm gonna try to check that out. But that's all I got, man. You ready to get to it?
Yeah, man. Off the dome. You
got it. You want me to?
You go first.
You want to take it? All right, cool. So, riding over the weekend, a song that I haven't heard in a long time came up, and it's a hip hop R&B collaboration. Actually, one of my favorites, which I'll give my answer for later. But I want to ask you, like, what's your favorite hip hop and R&B collab?
So many come to mind, and it could be for a myriad of reasons, right? It can be for I enjoyed the rap verse that much, or I enjoyed the content of the song, or I enjoyed just something that you didn't think would work so well.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Or how things blend, how the R&B and the hip hop blend depending on the type of hip hop. Yeah, like it's crazy.
Damn, man, I hate that I'm stuck with this. Like it's so many ways I go with this. So I'm gonna just say this, right? Even though Beyonce and Jay-Z don't have a great catalog together, if you're talking about On the Run Part 2, I really enjoyed both of what they did on that song together.
Okay.
Any other time?
Yeah.
Pass. Stop it. But no, like if you talking about like a dope song, On the Run Part 2, like me and the wife equally enjoyed the song together. So it's like one of them things.
That's what's up. I'm not mad at that. For me, man, that Busta Rhymes and Janet Jackson collaboration is like one of the best. I feel, to me, it's like one of the best ever. Like just with Busta Rhymes being able to do to slow down his double time rap, if that makes sense. Like still do the double time, but on a slower R&B type beat. But then have of course Janet Jackson come in on the hook the way she did, and just sound the way she did, and just sing it. I think it's a great song, man. Okay. It's just a great song. So definitely got to go with Busta Rhymes and Janet Jackson. What it's gonna be? Yeah, man.
I hate my answer for that, but okay. Like you dwell on the fact that you hate your answer.
I gave an answer. You did, which. I probably would have been stumped, but not on that. But you stumped me a few times, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well, hey, look, it's funny that you had a song question. I have one as well.
Okay.
You get ready to go out, whether it be with your guys or your girl, whatever the case is, and you getting fly, whatever, and you go in the shower. What's the song that you hop out of the shower, like the best hop out of the shower song that just gets you in the zone?
Damn.
Because I think it's different genres. I could tell you, like, hey, this song gets you hype in the party or the club or the function. Yeah, in the shower joint. Like I'm getting ready to go out.
So many different ways I could go with this. Jesus Christ.
I know my point exactly, right?
See,
now you got to go to the
I want to pull it up because I am cheating. Because it's so much, all right.
Okay.
Give yours.
Okay.
I give
and this is kind of a cheat code, right? And I'm not saying like this is applicable to my life, but it's just that the video gives you that image of this is what I'm supposed to do when I go out. But Usher, you don't have to call.
Shit, my bad. Yeah, and that's funny. But no, I get it.
Like, not to say that it's applicable. I'm not saying I'm really from heartbreak, but you know.
That's funny.
But it's just
I'm not mad at it. No, that's fine though. I love it. It's with the parking garage dancing with your homies.
You know, driving the Escalade with your chest popping.
Yes. All right, man. So it's so many different ways I could go with this, and it's like I'm like the weird, goofy music guy. So like as of recently, like I really been listening to Young Dro Shoulder Lean, like because it came on randomly like in my playlist when I was driving one morning to work. I was like, I forgot how hard this song is. So like it's been Shoulder Lean recently.
I'm not mad
at
that answer.
But then I could turn around another weekend and play Billy Joel The Longest Time, and I just built that in the shower, and I feel good afterwards.
Belt.
Yeah, like it's just I don't know. I guess
hilarious.
It depends. But as like today, like right now, it will probably be Shoulder Lean.
Okay.
Either that or We in the City, because I've been playing them back to back.
Hey man, shout out to Young Dro.
Man,
that's
word.
my boy. But no, that was
funny.
Off the Dome, people. What is your favorite hop out the song? Shower. Hop out the shower song. Shit.
I'm keeping that too. And then what's one of your favorite hip hop and R&B collaboration songs, man? Let us know. That's funny.
OS Gang.
That's what happened when you're not prepared.
I know. Come on, man. OS Gang, family, and kinfolk, what's happening? We got a docket full of topics here.
Word.
We hope you guys enjoy. But first things first, I think it kind of affects everybody here. But Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., some might know him as the president, but he is offered to cancel a certain amount of student loan debt. Johnny, what do you think about
Did you
this?
call this man Ramadan? Is that his middle name?
No, Robinette.
Robinette.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Like Ralph is the historian of the podcast, so he knows these things, these people's government names and facts and things like that. It's crazy. It catches me off guard every time. But anyway, like you said, President Biden has written into law or whatever the thing is that up to $20,000 of student loans are going to get canceled for student loan borrowers. So if you receive Pell Grants in college, you get $20,000 forgiven, and then if you did not receive Pell Grants, you get $10,000 forgiven. While I am appreciative that this amount is going to be forgiven, like I said on social media, this ain't enough to get reelected, my boy. Like don't like. Hey, I am grateful. Don't get me wrong, but for some people who have student loan debt, especially if they get to 20,000, like they're good. Like that'll wipe out what they have, right? But I think for a lot of people, they're still going to owe, and I don't know if even with this amount being forgiven, that their payments are going to go down. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I mean, yeah, it's a win. It's a win in a way, but a lot of people are still going to be affected by the student loan debt.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, well, technically he fulfilled his campaign promise.
True.
True. I know he said, I think it was maybe up to 50,000. Was that what he ran on?
I think so.
It was something like that.
So,
something to that regard. Salute, I guess. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still unprecedented. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's, taking the initiative to eliminate debt. But there's always a but to this. But when you see PPP loans being forgiven for those celebrities and things of that nature,
people in Congress, all that.
You're talking about millions and millions of dollars for people that actually probably can afford to pay those loans back. But, you're talking about the working class of people, and it's always going to be a foot on the proverbial neck of those people, myself included. I'm not, absolving myself from that. But I just hate it. Like, I mean, it's cool, but that does nothing for me per se. So, you know what? Forbearance, my boy.
That's funny.
You get this. I'm faxing this paper to you. I don't work. As a matter of fact, I don't even work. I have no job.
Hey, man. For real. And even thinking back to, like, I think it was like the recession back in 2008, right? Where a lot of those companies on Wall Street and even like some of the banks were bailed out at one point, like because the banks were
the porn industry too,
like that right. So people who actually went to get postgraduate education, we can't get bailed out too.
And I feel like the PPP loan and the student loan debt, that's like the same button. I feel like you can just press that and
real?
Just get it. I don't know. And then you see all the money that goes overseas for the Ukraine relief efforts and things like that. It's quite unfortunate. I don't know, man. It's just this is now it's getting to another level of the conversation. They tell you to go to school, but you can't afford to go to school. So these loans are out there. Some are predatory, some aren't.
Right.
You know, we know what we're getting ourselves into, but it's a promise of a new life if you go to school, quote unquote. Now that we're older, we probably didn't have to necessarily go to school to get the jobs that we actually have. Maybe you know, because you're a little bit more trade. I mean, not trade, but like it's more of a concentration.
It's a skill.
It's a skill set. It's a concentration.
Right.
I don't think you can just walk out the street and become an accountant, without some type of tutelage.
Yeah, right.
So my point, you're a boss, my bad.
Relax.
My boy don't do no spreadsheets no more.
Actually, that's not true. That's not true.
Oh, okay.
I look at spreadsheets all day.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably like an Excel wizard.
So you review them?
I review and do work. So it's a little bit of everything.
Johnny's a boss. The long story short, but back to the point, right? I'm just saying that now that we've gotten older, we kind of have a bird's eye view of how we could have mapped out things to ultimately get the things that we still wanted out of life.
Right. So
it kind of feels, like you're taking, like you dangle the pork chop in front of the fat person on the, like I'm serious.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you tell us that this is the way to go, and then when this is the way to go, you amass an amount of debt that you can never really pay back.
Yep.
And it cripples you in more ways than one. It's not just credit scores. It's like houses and things like that. Like that debt to income ratio.
Yeah, it's
very,
a thing.
Very real.
It's definitely a thing. And even with that, right, looking deeper into it, not sure if that's going to take effect in 2022, like where the loans are actually forgiven. I don't know if it's going to be this year or next year, but whenever it happens, talk to your tax accountant, because typically when loans period are forgiven, the amount that was forgiven counts as income on your tax return. So you may end up having to pay taxes on that anyway. So not sure how that is going to be affected with this student loan forgiveness. But that is definitely something to look into. I haven't seen or heard anything about it yet, but it's definitely something I'm going to keep my ear to because we might have to pay the taxes on the 10,000. So I don't know. Jeez, I know.
That's crazy. And one more kind of like subtopic on this before we kind of go somewhere else. I seen a tweet about how this is inherently racist. How this affects, I would say, black women. Like it was kind of like I'm paraphrasing the tweet, obviously.
Okay.
But what do you think about like that? Like not canceling that amount of debt fully, and then it's inherently racist that you're due. You know what I'm saying? That you don't.
I guess the reasoning behind that is because black people, and I'm assuming this is toward black people. Black people have the most student loan debt with the lowest types of jobs post college. Yeah. So they aren't able to pay it back at a greater percentage than other races.
That's kind of parts, yeah.
I wanna scream foul on this, but I don't know. I don't know if I really can, honestly.
Gotcha. Well, the idea is not necessarily racist. It's more so of a class thing.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
But
I'm not mad at that.
When we always see these articles about the most educated the educated group of people is always African American women, especially when you're talking about advanced degrees, masters and doctors and lawyers, and like they go get those easily, right?
Oh, big facts.
And so
big facts.
That's where I think the race part comes into it, because it's like, how many of these women become like the creme de la creme of what we deem in professional world, and they can't pay back those loans.
Right.
How many doctors can you think of, or lawyers that actually probably had to go to school, take out these big loans, take out $200,000 in debt, work their ass off, and probably not still pay it back? You might think they got it because they're a doctor.
Right. Which, I mean, I imagine even when you first become a doctor, you're a doctor, right? But
that don't mean nothing.
It means nothing. You almost 100% sure you have a massive amount of student loan debt, probably have a family, like things you have to care for outside of student loan debt. So when you first become a doctor, maybe the first 5, 6, 7 years, like you a doctor, but you're not living on a doctor's salary for real, not like that.
And then honestly, no matter what your profession is, like you're gonna have to start at the bottom of that profession, then work your way up to get the, I guess what you deem the glitz and glamour of it.
Right. So who knows how it could take longer for some than others. Like who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a W for student loan debt. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
like
it's weird
again, I'm grateful for it. Like don't get me wrong, but
it does nothing.
It's still a lot of people that it does nothing for. So
yeah.
But shout out to the people where this will wipe out everything that they have. Yeah. Because if you like say somebody has like $7,000 on their student loan left, they good now because all that's getting wiped out. Yeah. So I'm happy for them, but for me personally, it really doesn't do much.
Gotcha, man.
So yeah.
Well, speaking of black women kind of having rough, I'm sorry, that's kind of bad. But
yo,
I know, right? We have Serena Williams, who's actually having a pending retirement, who actually is getting ready to go into the U.S. Open tournament. Coming up, is it this weekend, Johnny?
Yeah, actually starts today. The day that this drops, it starts.
So thoughts?
Listen, Serena Williams is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, tennis player in the history of tennis, both pre-Open and Open era. So first, I just want to give her a shout out, give her flowers and everything. So from what I'm seeing now, she's hinted at retirement. So with the U.S. Open, this probably would be her last tournament. So whatever round she loses in, or if she goes on to win the title, like that's it for her. So if she so happens to lose in the first round, that's it. Which she's playing in the first round on Monday, August 29th at 6 p.m. Central Time. Yeah. She'll be on ESPN. So I'm sure every round that she plays in, she's going to be like, everybody's going to be glued to the TV watching, because it very well may be her last match. So and it's, she needs the Kobe Jordan, farewell tour ceremony, all that kind of stuff. So I'll be sad to see her go, but there are other things in her life that she wants to focus on, and she said out of her own mouth that she wouldn't be able to focus on those other things while still playing tennis.
Okay. So. Well, yeah. No, it's probably best that she, bows out gracefully before it becomes like too apparent that she out there getting whipped on the court. You know what I'm saying? That happens.
Big fact.
That happens to all the greats, right? Especially when they're past their prime. And Serena being as dominant as she has been throughout her career, maybe not so much on the tail end, but being one of the most dominant figures we've ever seen on the court.
Yes.
It's just it's been remarkable to see her journey, especially with the the movie. Especially it was focused on her daddy. It's not a Williams sister film. You know what I'm saying? But it's focused on the dad. But just to see that story and then everything that she has going, and I know she probably wants to focus on motherhood and being a wife, and maybe giving back in other ways to up and coming tennis players. There's no way you can do that and still be at a high level. Honestly, it doesn't really work that way. And
it's unfortunate that that's the case. Like why? I guess for women, why do you think it's that way, that they can't? Well, at least speaking at a professional athlete standpoint, not speaking like corporate America type thing or entrepreneurship, but as far as a woman athlete, why do you think it is that they can't have the sport as well as the family and other things as well outside of the sport?
No, I believe they can. I don't subscribe to that ideology. I just think that when your time has passed physically, it's just time to go. Like Kobe should have went home and been a family man, may he rest in peace. 2017, somewhere up in there. Like I'm not sure when he actually retired, or was it 2016 when he retired?
I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But it was
it was somewhere around
2 years
there.
Before then,
it should have been
gone. But that's just how it goes. Like nobody told Michael Jordan to come back and play for the Wizards, but he did. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
So
that's true.
Once those athletes are past their prime, it's just a game that has passed them up, and there's nothing wrong with going home to be a family man or a family woman.
True.
Like,
oh no,
we preach that ideology mostly to the men. Like, hey, go home and be a family man. Like especially when the game has passed you by. I know gender roles have flipped, and women have become more dominant in their spaces in their sports. So we're used to women being mothers and wives and things like that, but they can be dominant athletes as well. But this is the point where Serena is starting to lose a step or two. So, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like she didn't have a great career, right? Like she been playing for 20 plus years, and the fact that she's even at a point now where, well, clearly she can retire comfortably and then literally go on to do whatever else she wants to do in this next phase of her life. She's only like 41, 42-ish. So she still has years to do whatever, literally whatever she want to do.
Exactly.
Literally.
Exactly.
So
that's the beautiful thing about it. Like, we can watch her go into a different phase of her life. So I'm with it.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely with it too. And I mean, I wish her all the success on everything she does post tennis career. Like, I mean, I'm sure whatever she does is going to be amazing. So shout out to Serena again, man. I can't wait to see her play in the US Open one more time. And yeah, man, shout out to Serena.
Man, shout out to Serena Williams, one of our GOATs, one of our heroes. And speaking of superheroes, Warner Brothers recently dropped a headline saying that they couldn't afford to release 2 more movies this year, which actually pushes Aquaman sequel, Aquaman 2, and Shazam, The Fury of the Gods. Is that the whole working title?
I think that's the title.
Okay. They actually going to push those movies back. Johnny, what do you think about Warner Brothers and this headline?
I'm starting to think this merger that they had with Discovery was a very bad idea. It was a very, very bad idea because they canceling a lot of shit. Not only are they canceling like movies that they already had in production, some movies that were done that were supposed to come out on HBO Max. They're canceling a lot of shows that were also supposed to come out on HBO Max. Whole writing teams and crews and casts that were a part of these shows are getting laid off because of this merger, right? Okay. And also with that, we have these major movies in Shazam and Aquaman that are delayed. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is like the 3rd or 4th time that these movies have been delayed. And who's to say what the hell's going to happen to The Flash? Because that was supposed to come out next year, too.
No, this year. It was supposed to come out this year, remember? It was supposed to come out.
Oh, damn, that's right. It was supposed to come out in November, right?
Yes.
Nah,
I'm sorry.
They're good. No, you good. No, you good. You good. No, help me out. They wild. They wild.
So is this the equivalent, and I'm cross-referencing, universes, is this like the equivalent of a Thanos snap? Like, you said they get rid of teams and shit. Like, they get
I mean,
producers and like everybody getting
kinda.
Okay.
But I don't even understand what they mean by can't afford to release. Maybe like with the marketing budgets and stuff, but I thought all of that stuff was already included in the budgets for the movies.
I don't think it's the money per se. I think it's the hit critically that it can, like, maybe these movies won't be well for what we're trying to do moving forward. So let's take it back. Let's reshop, retool, rework, certain elements that we're trying to push in the DCEU moving forward. I think that's, I'm speaking freely. I don't know. Like, obviously speculation. I'm thinking that's what they're trying to do.
If that's the case, that means the movie's trash.
Well, we could have said that before.
Not about maybe Aquaman, but not Shazam.
No,
I'm
talking.
Okay, look.
I'm talking.
I wonder if them saying they can't afford to release them is a smokescreen to redo or add more to the movies to make everything more connected. Like, I don't know, and I'm making sure.
I'm telling you, that's what it is.
You think? Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're pushing it back to retool, rework the elements that they really want to push forward in the DCEU moving forward. So if they're trying to do all the multiverse stuff, they need to let's really go back to the drawing board.
Got you. Because they still are looking for that Kevin Feige-esque person to oversee all of oversee the universe.
And that's why I believe why Black Adam hasn't got pushed back, because it's such an origin film that's not tied in directly, that needs connectivity to these other films in that way.
Right.
And plus, it's The Rock. His movies don't
push back. They ain't pushing The Rock.
His movies ain't going back.
Between A Rock and A Hard Place? Thank you. No, but no, this is still crazy. But honestly, out of all this shit, I really only care about The Flash. Like,
and they haven't given you any
update, nothing. And like we talked about off mic a few weeks ago, Ezra Miller been out here wilding. Like he been going crazy.
So with that being said, right? If he's like, I haven't paid attention to any of the Ezra Miller stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But he is the star of your film, and he's connected to a whole bunch of nastiness, right?
A lot of nastiness.
So, do you scrap the film?
And see,
because we've seen shows and movies get scrapped because the actor the head honcho is nasty. And this is a very small scale, example that I'm going to give. But on The Chi, I think I told you this. You don't watch The Chi, but The Chi is in the end of its 5th season, and the first 2 seasons started as a focal point of Jason Mitchell's character, the one that played Eazy and Straight Outta Compton.
Right.
So he sexually assaulted his girlfriend that was his love interest on the show. His girlfriend, the love interest, the actors on the show. Mm-hmm. They actually had a Martin Gina type thing, Martin and Tisha Tamble type thing.
Oh, got you.
So they kicked him off the show, and she left. So now the show changes. So do you recast, the Flash, who we've already kind of gotten used to being in that role, or do you use the Flash that's on the TV series and retcon him into that situation? Like listen,
that latter one I wouldn't be mad at because
he's already Flash. Flash.
And on I know it's the CW, but he is a great Flash on the CW. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But with Ezra Miller, first of all, the movie's already done, right?
Okay.
It just hasn't come out for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
So the movie's already done. Ezra Miller has already been established as the Flash in the DCEU.
Yep.
And apparently he put out some, which I feel like the studio put him up to, so they could still try to release the movie. But Ezra Miller did put out a public apology about everything that's been going on. Now, I'm not saying that's enough. I ain't saying that's enough, but he did put it out. And I think it's for the optics so that people will be less furious about the movie coming out. Now, again, still don't even have their release date, but I imagine the movie will come out sometime in 2023.
They're trying to let that. You can never let that roll over, right? Like they're going to stop talking about it in present day, but when the film and you rev the marketing back up for this film, it's a talking point.
Oh, 100%.
And now it leans to, does DC or Warner Brothers support a Predator? Like it's going to get to that.
That's the thing.
It's going to get to that.
So whenever it does, because I truthfully and honestly, I do feel like this movie is going to come out at some point. When, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I think it's coming out.
Yeah.
Do you go see it? Or are you going to see it?
I mean, listen, man. Okay. I'm excusing all the nasty talk and everything else. I'm just talking about, do I go see these films? Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay, yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Open the weekend. I'm there.
Yeah, I'm there. Now, if they pull it, they pull it. But if it's out there, I'm going to go watch it.
To circumvent all the nastiness, just drop that shit on HBO Max. And don't even promote it. Just put it there. Somebody's going to see it. Somebody going to put this shit on Twitter. Oh, The Flash is on HBO Max. Say less. That's how we do that. Shit, you can do that today and I'll be fine. So, Warner, Discovery, all y'all, just throw the shit out there. We good. We cool, baby. We good.
I like it, man. But now, since we're here, new music is dropped.
Yes.
We're going to get into a few pseudo album reviews. It won't be too many deep dives like we gave Game Drillmatic last week because we got too much to talk about.
Word.
We got too much to talk about. First things first, DJ Khaled dropped his 13th studio album. God did. Wow. I know, right?
I didn't realize it was that many, but no, that's what's up.
13 of them things. But we'll keep it short and sweet. You know why we're here. We're talking about the title track, God Did, featuring none other than Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, John Legend, and I forgot the other guy that sings on the hook that I prefer more than John Legend. But I'm off of that.
Yeah,
Johnny, I'm going to let you start with this.
All right.
What do you think about the song?
So the song God Did, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not really sure where to start, but let me just say that I enjoyed the song. I'm gonna start there, right? Okay. Song was great. Mm-hmm. Rick Ross, I kind of know what to expect from Rick Ross. This was to me, this is a typical Rick Ross verse. Not saying it's a bad verse at all, not at all. It's a typical Rick Ross verse. I'm not mad at it. Cool. I get what I'm getting from Rick Ross, right? Yeah. Cool. Turn up. Wayne, I think this is, for me, this is like one of the best Wayne verses I've heard in a long time. And Wayne has been dropping heat on his features like within the last 3 or 4 years. And this Wayne verse is fucking amazing. Yeah, like it's amazing. It's amazing. But then we get to Jay-Z. Sean Carter. What's his middle name? Corte? Is it Corte? Yeah. Sean Corey Corte. I see I'm pulling the Ralph right now. Okay. Then we get to Jay-Z, man. And for what I'm assuming is like 4 minutes and 17 seconds or some shit, this man is rapping. And I don't just mean rapping. He's rapping. And again, I ain't the biggest Jay-Z guy. Like I'm not that big of a fan, but I respect what he does and has done in his career. Yeah. But this verse is phenomenal. Jay-Z verse is phenomenal, bro. I can't even front. Okay. And I didn't listen to the song until later in the day on Friday. Okay. And I saw everybody talk about it. I wanted to hate so bad. I swear to God, I was ready. Don't worry. But nah.
Don't worry about it. They out there, man. Like you couldn't find nothing, but the nitpick niggas. The nitpick niggas are out there. But
nah. But what I will say, as great as the Jay-Z verse was, because it was great. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. If it was shorter, if it was a typical 16, maybe 24 bars. Oh no, I think we would be talking about Wayne's and Jay-Z's verses in the same level.
I honestly okay, yeah, that's what it is. It's just like battle rap, right?
Yeah.
When somebody comes in with a short potent round, and then when somebody just raps and they over rap, like it's like, but I mean. Yeah, it's just like if he had an opportunity to rap just as long, yeah, Wayne would have clearly got him. Some people debate that Wayne's verse is better now.
Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't be mad at that.
I'm not mad at that. But I mean, for him to be 52, and this is one of the better verses that Jay-Z has dropped in a very long time. You're talking about like his guest features, right? Us as whole Vengers, we have to deal with the love and the hate that comes with being a whole Venger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to deal with all the criticism from the last Khaled verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it wasn't it.
I was there.
But the billionaire talk was different on this one. The talk was different, you know what I'm saying? And he heard everything y'all been saying. Like he heard it.
He be listening.
He be listening to OS. He be listening to
Facts.
He be listening to the haters. Like, you know what I'm saying? He be listening to this.
And the thing I can appreciate about Jay-Z is I feel like every time we get one of these verses from him, because they are kind of like scarce now, which is fine.
They're very sporadic.
Which is fine. Yeah. It's crazy that we still get an evolution of the richness. That's insane. Think about the Meek Mill was free verse.
Yeah, and whatever it is, it seems like whenever Jay-Z drops like this type of a verse, the world really does stop, or at least the hip hop world. Like the world just like, oh my God,
that's real.
And it's either the whole Vengers, and I don't think I hyped up the verse. I think it's great. Honestly, I don't think it's the best rapping display on the album. It's just the most. I guess the one that probably provides the most ripple effect.
Got you.
But I don't think it's the best. You know what I'm saying? Because you can debate Jadakiss and Lil Wayne in that aspect. You're talking about niggas that rapped.
Okay. And yeah, like we talked, I listened to track 3 and then I stopped because I went to JID. But I'm going to get back to this album because there are a lot of features that I want to hear.
Yeah, but I mean, I can stay and talk about Jay-Z all day, but I don't want to bore the listeners with my Jay-Z takes and how he's the GOAT and all blah, 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 blah. We have these debates all the time. You're not going to change my mind. He's my GOAT. It is what it is. And he just displayed that at 52 years old that he still can provide a fire verse. People nitpick this verse to death. Well, you got this from this. Shut up. Fucking dweebs. Dweebs. Nerd. Nerd. Shut up.
That's funny.
Goddamn, let us have these things.
Right.
Let us when your guy drops a verse, we let you have it.
Right. We don't say shit.
But the thing is, it's not riveting. It doesn't get the people going, and that's why Jay-Z be getting under niggas' skin so much because his fans, it's just us.
That's just so funny.
Like Eminem rapped on this album too. I just didn't like the song.
Yeah,
I didn't like that song. It was Kanye that fucked up the song. Like I think Eminem actually had like good content in his verse. You know what I'm saying?
And Kanye, if I recall correct, I only heard it once. Kanye didn't have a verse, right? Was he just on a hook or something?
Like a hook.
That's weird. That's weird to me.
Yeah,
that's weird to me. And I don't know if that means Kanye was running from the smoke or if he was just.
But Kanye and Eminem have done songs before, but Kanye ain't. Saha didn't write a verse for him this time. Just say that. Just say that. Let's just say that.
All right, I feel that. That's funny.
But I mean,
so what about the rest of the album?
The rest of the album is cool. I think it's better than what Khaled put out as a project last time. Khaled albums are always kind of hit and miss. So, but if you see something that intrigues you, I dare you to go listen to it. I don't think anything was like too egregious. I like the reggae track on there.
Okay.
Don't give me the line about the names. I just listened. I was listening, and then I heard the reggae joint going, and then I ran that back.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Then the Jadakiss freestyle or interlude, dope. Lotto and City Girls. I actually like that song. For them. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're getting with Lotto and City Girls.
I see that on her. I was gonna ask you about that because I mean.
Everything else is just kind of like okay, you know what I'm saying? Like the Nardo Wick track, whoever Nardo Wick is on there with. It's so many features for me to keep up with. Like you got to be the God did, so, you know, for me to really keep up with what that was.
Yeah, the Nardo Wick and Kodak Black.
Oh yeah, that was that. For the littles.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
That's funny. I see Lil Durk, 21 Savage, and Roddy Ricch on the song.
That was decent. Like it's like decent, you know what I'm saying? But this is better than that last shit, whatever Khaled last album was.
And I wonder, like, I wonder if Khaled heard. Well, of course, Khaled heard all the shit from the last album. So I wonder if that made him.
He went and got everybody.
This looks like a good 80 to 90% of the people in the industry right now that's hot. Yeah. So, I mean, I get. If you get these types of features on the album, you like it has to be good. Well, not really, because we said that last time.
Yeah, we said that. We say that all the time. Anytime Khaled been dropping, this is probably like Khaled's 5th album since like 2017.
Damn, that's an album a year. That's crazy.
Oh, he coming with one.
That's crazy. But no, I definitely plan to go back and listen to this because a lot of these features that's on here, I do want to hear.
Yeah,
so.
And I like, trust me, I would tell you if it was just like, hey, this ain't really worth
your time,
bro. Like,
yeah.
But if you just want, like, just ride through the album, then you'll see what you like. But I just kind of gave you, like, what I deem to be highlights.
Okay, cool. Got you. All right, so what else you listening to, man? We ain't talking about music in a minute.
Let's get into JID.
Let's do it.
Like, it's weird with him, man. I be wanting to say, is it JID or is it JID?
I say JID because it sounds better.
It sounds better.
I'm not calling you JID. That's stupid.
JID.
Right.
But the Forever Story, what you got for it, bro?
Hey, man. So, is this his second album? Like, is this his sophomore album? I don't really know.
Listen, I keep up with the major players, and they album counts. When it comes to, like, JID and the rest of them, you drop too many projects for me, my boy. Like, what's an album? What's a mixtape? What's an EP? I ain't got time to keep up with that.
Well, for me, this is his second album. So, with him coming off DiCaprio 2.
I'll say this. I think this is an album, and you know why? When you listen to artists, you can tell which songs they kind of melded in on, or this is like something I'm playing around with, or this is a mixtape. You can tell when it's an album because it has a certain level of TLC to the songs and the way they flow.
Yes.
And I listen to JID. Don't get me wrong. It's probably like one-off singles and things like that. Mm-hmm. But for a project, no, this was. You know, I'm kind of stealing your thunder, my bad. It's like I fuck with this as an album. Like no skips to me. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with this album.
The thing, so literally everything Ralph just said, I was gonna say a version of it anyway. So turn up. But with this album, I could tell that he's grown as an artist.
Yeah.
Like from listening to DiCaprio 2, which I don't even remember what year that came out. That might have been 16, 17, if I'm not mistaken, because we might have reviewed that on the podcast. But I enjoyed that album, and you could tell he was really having fun, you know, with the fast cadence and the types of songs he was making. It was a really good album. JID is a really good artist, right?
Yeah.
But with the Forever Story, I could tell that he put a little extra TLC in the tracks. Like he's feeling his feelings more. It's kind of some retrospectiveness on this album as well, which is crazy because I think he just turned 30 or some shit like that. But I guess the evolution of him as a person is shining on this album, and I've been paying attention to his tweets recently. So there's a song that was supposed to be the outro called 2007, if I'm not mistaken, but it didn't get cleared. So he put it out on YouTube. Now I haven't gone to listen to it yet, but that was supposed to be the outro to this album. So that's supposed to be a culmination of everything from the first to the last track. So I'm gonna go check that out, and we can talk about that next week. But I really, really, really enjoyed this album. Yeah. And the fact that he got Yasin Bey, formerly known as Mos Def, on here rapping. Come on, man. What?
The features, man. I've heard of Kenny Mason before, but I know he kind of used him as like it's kind of like he's making like a duet, you know what I'm saying, per se, because it just says and Kenny Mason on certain tracks. Because I think he's from Atlanta. Okay. I don't know if he signed. I don't know who he signed to, but I've heard that name in plenty of circles before. The Lil Wayne song, brother and them, sister and them, like, hey, look, was it Codu Blue or something like that? What is it? Cold Blue,
Cody Blue 31. Come on, man.
Look, man.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
I like when rapping niggas take the time to make a song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know me, man. Like, all these niggas can rap. Like, make a song.
But what can you do with it?
Yeah, but it's like, and then no Cole feature. I am very shocked.
Got you. Yeah. I mean,
he only had Ari Lennox, and I hated Ari Lennox. Let me say that. I hate it.
You don't really
like Ari. I like Ari, but you talking about her rap, like, we want to go back to the rap R&B collab joints. I'm like, hey,
this ain't it.
Nah, this because she started out like it's kind of like this. Remember how I had that critique when on the Dreamville Gangsta Grills? It's like in the middle of these bars, and it's like she sang half the song, so it's like it was weird, right? Is that a fair critique?
Yeah, but it's
like
funny.
She sang half the song, and then he come in spazzing at the end. I was like, what the fuck? That's my low light.
Excuse me, but
take that shit up out of here.
That is funny as hell. I didn't have an issue with it. I thought I liked it.
I don't like. It's like it's weird. It's kind of like how you gonna do a feature, but half the song is you, and then half of the other song is them.
I think you don't like Ari Lennox on rap songs. That's what I think. I think that's what it is.
Because it doesn't work well. It doesn't.
Is it her voice? Like her voice doesn't work with rapping?
I don't know, man. It's just that's strike two. One more time.
What's gonna happen after strike three?
Hey, man, it's an immediate skip next time.
I'm sorry, Ari.
I love Ari, man. Shea Butter Baby, man. It's a little too
that's
funny,
man.
But no.
What about the Better Days joint with John to Austin? Yeah, that's it. Y'all can see Ralph shaking his head profusely right now. But nah, I listen. For me, this is his sophomore album. Ain't no sophomore slump here, baby. Okay. Like this is great. This is great evolution as an artist. Of course, he's been doing his one-offs, his Lucy's, his features in between DiCaprio 2 and this album. But this album here, definitely contender for top 5 of the year. 100%.
I can rock with that.
100%, man. What else you listening to?
Oh man, a few things. I bumped in, I kind of dove into the Larry June album, Spaceships on Blade. If you pay attention to him, he's kind of like a Currency type. Like he drops project after project after project. Like you just got to stay in tune with what he has going. You know, I see the social media chatter, so I was like, all right, let me go tap in.
Okay.
I enjoyed what this project was. Larry June's the type, like, hey, man, I got to be riding around, bro, because I'll go to sleep listening to him. At the desk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he I think he has a dope flow, but he's kind of like, he's so Cali, he's so relaxed when he raps. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine just somebody just too cool when they rap.
Got you.
It's like Currency. Like
no, it's true.
Okay. Like imagine a West Coast Currency. As far as, like, the sound.
Where Currency from?
Louisiana. He's from New Orleans.
Oh, shit, I don't know where I thought he was from.
No, he's from New Orleans.
That makes sense. All right.
But just imagine it.
Got you. Okay. And what's the name of his album?
Spaceship on Blades.
Okay. I'm gonna have to.
I fuck with it. It's 20 songs, but don't be intimidated by 20 songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You're
okay.
like, oh. No, it's a fairly smooth listen. So, I mean, his features on here. Like, I mean, 2 Chainz quietly. 2 Chainz been killing a lot of his features lately too.
Okay.
I don't know if he's in album mode, but he's been better than what I thought he's been previously. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with those last 2 projects kind of does to us. 2 Chainz can rap. It's just it takes the right motivation sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
no, I can see that.
Because, like, he's on this, the project I'm going to talk about in a minute, Tink's album. He's on this. He's on, who just dropped the rap album? He was on Game. He was on Game with Pusha T and Game.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So he was on there and he went crazy on there.
Okay.
So
cool.
It's kind of like a underrated run that he's on right now as far as killing features.
Okay, so that makes sense. And I actually been seeing a lot of chatter about Larry June too. I just haven't.
Yeah, it's just
I just
go
haven't
tap
tapped
in. But it's still warm outside, bro. Just put it on when you ride.
Right. Right. Hey, cause when the fall hit and the temperature dropped below 70, you know what's up, baby.
Damn
you
it,
know
bro.
what's
all
up.
Hoodie music, all off Griselda.
Facts.
Shit. That's crazy.
Yep. Shit, that Griselda sounds like fall. That's crazy. Damn, that should be the title.
You got anything else?
Yeah. So I actually listened to the Megan Thee Stallion album.
Oh shit.
Traumazine. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Hey man, real quick.
No, what's up?
Social media is like hectic. Social media is brutal, man. They that's not. It said Traumazine, right?
Yes.
It's not traumatized.
I thought it was traumatized when I first saw it.
Somebody said the only person that has her traumatized is Tory. I said, hey yo. All right. To the album.
Yeah. Album. So the only reason I listened to this album is because of the title.
Okay.
I didn't like hearing and reading the title. I did not think it would be like the other Megan projects that have come out as of lately.
Yeah. Which
would be, the whole, booty shaking, money, all that kind of stuff. And for the most part, I was correct.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna start with my critique of the album. My critique of the album is the same thing I had about Lotto's album. Mm-hmm. Lotto be rapping her ass off, right?
Yeah.
But you can hear the songs where she tried to go for the hit, and
it was evident.
Those types of songs are so far different than the songs where she actually rapping. And that's what's happening on this Megan album. Okay. I've been waiting for Megan to get back to like rapping for so long, like what she did on like the Tina Snow project that she put out all those years ago. That's what the essence of Tina Snow is in this album. But then she has the song like Her, which is like the dance that Drake and Beyonce have put out.
Oh, okay.
She has that type of song with her. She does have the songs where she goes back to her booty shaking roots and all that kind of shit. But for the most part, this is a really good album. It's a lot of her personal tellings of herself and the things that has happened to her within the last few years.
Okay.
And the way that she's storytelling on some of these songs are really, really good.
Okay.
So the very first track, NDA, really good. Gift and a Curse was fire. She has a song with Pooh Shiesty that I kind of like called Who Me. I was like, hey, that's crazy. Consistency with Janae Aiko. I'm trying to think. It was one song of her. I think Plan B was a single that came out earlier this year, and that's on here as well. I think that sounds better within the context of the album. Another low for me was the Pressurelicious song with Future. The song was terrible. They could take that completely off for here. But overall, I think this is a really good album. So I would encourage people to listen to this because it's actually good. Like it's good. It's good.
Okay. No, it's just like that Pressurelicious song made me like I didn't want to hear anything.
And see.
And this is the thing, right? I mean, you got Megan and Future. That song supposed to be out of here. It's supposed to be out of here. That
song was terrible. And that's why. So I actually stopped listening to singles before an album come out because singles they put me in the mindset of what the album is going to be. And
that's what it's supposed to be.
Well,
right?
true. But I guess in the streaming era. Like we're getting faked out.
We talked about how singles are dead anyway,
right?
You don't necessarily. Well, this conversation has been happening on multiple platforms, but it's definitely been happening here on OS. Mm-hmm. We just felt like you don't necessarily need a single for your album to be fired in the streaming era. But then again, she is a streaming baby. She is a product of that. So she's always going to have like those songs that necessarily don't even fit what the fuck the album is in that way because she needs the TikTok algorithms to show love. She needs this to show love. She needs this.
Yep. Yeah, man. Singles have faked me out too much within the last few years. So I don't even if I know an album coming out like soon and a single just dropped, I don't even listen to it because it's gonna throw me off. Like that Pressurelicious shit would have threw me off, and that's not what the album is.
It definitely did for me.
That's not what the album is. So shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, man. You put out a good album.
Oh yeah, man. Last but certainly not least, at least with me, I got Tink has a new project.
Okay.
Entitled Pillow Talk. Little R&B love here on OS. Listen, man. I fuck with this.
Yeah.
Heavy. Now, I was kind of on the Tink wave when she first came out. Was I kind of fell off with what she was doing and what she was into. Mainly because I don't know what it was. It was just like I think Timbaland had hyped her up so much. He's like, oh, this the next leader. It was just weird. You know what I'm saying?
Too much.
It was doing a lot, and then Tink had to kind of grow and mature. That's just what happens with certain artists. And she is a phenomenal songwriter. Like she writes her own stuff. And the fact that she can sing I think she sings very well. I was like, okay, this project, it felt a little bit more mature than what she's been doing. Like when I helicopter in and out of what she's been doing, I was like, oh, that's cool, but it's because I heard one song on the radio. You know how they be doing that whisper song bullshit?
Yeah.
Like you're my nigga. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is this?
My man saying mature, not mature.
Mature.
Yo, that's some old shit. I love it. I love it.
I'm a old
but
nigga.
I'm not mad at that though.
But not a lot of features on here.
Okay.
Not a lot. And then she got a song with Russ that goes up.
Okay.
You might like that.
Okay.
It's called News. But I mean,
is that R&B Russ or rapping Russ? Or both?
Both.
Okay.
But I mean, listen, you got 2 Chainz on here, you got Mooney Long, you got 2C Fabulous, Layton Green, Russ, and G Herbo. And out of 16 songs, she has a lot of songs by herself that's actually very, very good.
Okay.
So it's a vibe. Hey man, if you got your ladies, if you got your dude, or men, if you got your old lady, you know what I'm saying, y'all should play this together. It sets a particular type of vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, it sets a particular type of vibe.
Say less.
Say less. I mean, look, man. Everything from I enjoyed the entire thing, but I mean, the Cater to You flip with 2 Chainz, dope. I enjoy the songs by herself, but the songs these are some good R&B rap collabs on here too.
Okay.
So she gets in those bags too. It's just really good music to me. So
okay.
Salute to Tink, man, dropping a R&B a solid R&B project.
I'm not mad at that, man. I don't know if I had. Well, you wanna get into the Joey Badass album? Did we talk about that? I don't know if we did.
I don't think we had. We just said it was good.
Okay. Well, we don't got to deep dive back into that thing. So definitely go listen to Joey Badass though, the album 2000. I guess for my last one, Mozzy dropped an album called Survivor's Guilt. This is 15 tracks, 43 minutes, and hey man, certain artists put you in the mindset of they put you in the mindset of their content and make you feel like you a part of what they doing. And Mozzy is one of those people for me.
Okay,
it's some very, 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 very good songs on.
Let me ask you this:
what's up?
Have you listened to Mozzy previously? Before this project,
I think only a
few songs,
songs here and there, but never a full project.
I was gonna ask, has anything changed production wise, or how you hear maybe the beats or how the flow of the album is since he signed to CMG? Yo Gotti, because sometimes those things matter. That's why I was gonna ask.
I mean, from the songs that I've heard of his to this album, I mean, not really.
Okay.
Not too much of a difference. I didn't know if it's
because say if somebody signed to let's just say Ross, in his ear and everything, how someone may construct an album for somebody. Let me, give me your best ones. We'll let it flow like this. I didn't know if maybe Yo Gotti EP or something. I was just wondering if that was a thing.
Oh, that's interesting. So now that you even asked that, I think I want to go back and try to listen to an older album of his just to see if there's a difference. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But the standout track to me is actually the second track, If You Love Me. That's my jam. I'll be bumping.
I think I caught the one of the singles with Blast, right? Ain't someone Blast on there? Mozzy, Blast, and somebody? Or was it Mozzy and Blast?
Wait, is Blast on here? I don't. Oh yeah. It's Mozzy, YG, and Blast. Wouldn't Be Us. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's one of the highlights of my album too. And then he got a song called Murder on My Mind. It's really good storytelling on this album. I think West Coast. Well, I know Kendrick for sure. Game can get into storytelling bag too when he want to. But West Coast artists do really, really well with like storytelling and the types of things that they've been through and things like that. So it's a lot of good, storytelling on this album, man. So definitely check out Mozzy, Survivor's Guilt.
Okay.
Just real quick, any other projects you listen to that you think people should check out?
Oh no, I put it all out.
You put it all out there.
Put it all out here for the people. I ain't got nothing in the tuck for y'all right now.
That's funny.
We'll try that maybe in another week or so.
Got you. Well, I got like one or two. Black Thought and Danger Mouse put out an album called Cheat Codes. Some really exceptional rapping on there. It's Black Thought, so you know what you're getting. Okay, never mind.
Danger Mouse producing too.
Hey man, you be surprised this shit fire.
No, I know what it's supposed to be, but like I know, like I said, rapping niggas need to make music, man. I don't want to hear raps.
I
want to hear songs.
I'm not mad at you.
I don't want to hear poets.
I'm not mad at you, bro.
poems.
I'm not mad. And then Damo Genesis. Do you remember him from Odd Future?
No,
not really. No. Okay, well
I only remember the
mains, the stars.
Tyler
Earl.
Tyler the Earl. That's it.
Anybody
else after that? Frank. Anybody? Any of them other niggas?
That's funny as hell. But no, he put out a project.
Okay.
It's 11 tracks, 26 minutes. It's called Intros, Outros, and Interludes.
Okay.
Every song sounds like one of those basically, but it's a really, really, really good project. Okay. So shout out to Damo Genesis. Those are only two that I got for right now. So yeah, man.
But nah, man, OS, that's the end of our docket. That was the end of our new music segment. You can say it's just we've been getting blessed by the music gods with so much stuff.
Word.
We just had to come here and talk about it. So Johnny, what you got for them?
If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long. Hit the comment section. Let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today.
Yes, sir.
Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and just holla at your people about OS, baby, because we here.
Yeah, we
here, man. So we'll check y'all out next week. We got more content coming. Also, this is for everybody. Check out our She-Hulk episode reviews on YouTube, exclusively on YouTube. We'll be dropping an episode for every episode of She-Hulk that comes out. So that'll be on YouTube exclusively. So holla at us.
Yes, sir.
But if you are on audio, it's time for OS Song of the Week.
Song of the Week.
You are now tuned in to WKOS, baby. I'm gonna go with Mozzy. This is If You Love Me off of Survivor's Guilt.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.